knocked on 300,000 doors, spoken to 50 to 100,000 different people. And I've seen a lot, and I think going through that experience has set me up for success in the online space. How you guys doing today? My name is Daniel Francis, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the 7 lessons of knocking 350,000 doors in door-to-door sales. If you guys don't know too much about me, but my name is Daniel Francis. I built a multi-6-figure coaching business helping people overcome stuttering. And I'm sharing my blueprint of what I did to build that business. And now we work with coaches, consultants across the board who are looking to grow in the online space. And so this video specifically is going to be about the lessons I learned in my door-to-door sales career, going from a rep to a manager to a director, and being able to learn a ton of lessons. I've probably done 3,000 sales door-to-door to put things into perspective. I've knocked on 300,000 doors, spoken to 50 to 100,000 different people, and I've seen a lot. And I think going through that experience has set me up for success in the online space. And so I hope I can share these lessons so you guys can learn from me, apply these principles into your life, and be able to achieve the goals that you're looking to accomplish. Because in my belief, everything I learned from my door-to-door career applies to the online space. I think it applies to business in general in terms of taking action, the mindset, the mentality, modeling success. And so I really want to share these 7 pillars, these 7 lessons. And so let's do it. So here are the 7 lessons. Number 1, the first lesson is mastery comes from quantity. And so what I mean by that is, in my door-to-door sales career, the biggest thing that I was trying to do was overcome my biggest insecurity, which was my stutter. And so for me, I knew that I was going to be bad. I knew that my speech was going to be horrible. The hardest word in my dictionary was Daniel. So I would say, hi, my name is Daniel. And, to me, I knew that I had to do a lot to get traction. Some people on the team were gifted with communication. Some people were gifted with the ability to persuade or to sell. I wasn't. I was someone who struggled with speech. I was someone who didn't have the type of confidence that others had. And so for me, I knew that I had to have quantity over everyone else. If everyone was talking to 10, 15 people a day to make a sale, I had to talk to 20, 30, 40, 50. And so to me, it's just like the 10,000 hour rule where it takes 10,000 hours to master something. My first lesson was to master something, I have to do a lot of it. Like a lot of it. And I apply the same mentality in coaching, which is I got to send 10,000 messages. I got to make 10,000 posts. I got to run 10,000 different ads. I got to do 10,000 sales calls. I got to do 10,000 lives. And I think the mentality is I'm going to be crap. As I do more, I will get better. And that's going against the perfectionist mindset that most of us have, which is if I fail, if I embarrass myself, it's a bad thing. And when you change the mindset from I'm going to be a master by doing a lot, that to me is how you achieve the highest grade of success. Okay, cool. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is model the winners. This is basically the number 1 rule that I live by, which is I follow people that are winning in the thing that I'm looking for, and I just model it. So, for example, my first public speaking coach, all I did was I used to just watch his videos, model his videos, write down word for word what he said, his body language, his tonality, and then I would do the same thing. In door-to-door, it was the same thing. Who is the top performer? What was the script? I'm going to say it word for word. I'm not going to change up because I don't know what I'm doing. When I became a leader, how are they running their meetings? How are they training their reps? What is the mentality? And I think a lot of people, they want to feel special and they want to model. They want to do things their own way. And I think that is the cause of the reason why people don't succeed is they don't follow the process. And for me, the number 2 lesson in door-to-door sales after knocking 350,000 doors is model what works. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. And just like when I talk to coaches, find a method that works, find the coach that you want to model and model the same behaviors. Don't switch it up, don't change it up, don't go down a different path. Find the thing that works and just do more of it until you can model it. And that's kind of how I've been my whole career is get to a certain level. You can outgrow a coach, you can outgrow a mentor, but hit that level first and then go to the next thing. The next one is this, number 3, confronting discomfort leads to growth. So what that means is to grow, you have to get extremely uncomfortable. You have to put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. So for example, in door-to-door sales, the mentality was, or not the mentality, the fears were, if I knock this door, someone's going to pull a gun in my face. Someone's going to pull a knife in my face. Someone's going to yell at me and, I could catch them at the worst time ever and they could, something could go wrong. And so there's a part of your brain that is there, right? It's just kind of yapping in the back so you don't take action. When I was overcoming my stutter, The biggest thing was don't speak because you're going to embarrass yourself. You're going to look like a loser. In coaching, it's the same way. Don't make that post or, things can go wrong. What if you do that ad and you lose money? What if you show up on a sales call and they don't buy and they say bad things about you? And so the mentality is confronting discomfort leads to growth. If I spend money on this coaching program, what if it doesn't work for me? And to me, I think the goal is the more we can lean into discomfort, the more growth we can do. And so even recording this video, there's discomfort. Even every day is a form of discomfort. But doing the things at a higher level, when I quit my job and going into full-time coaching was really discomforting. But that is how I've been able to set up my life. How I've been able to accomplish certain things is I lean into the discomfort. And I keep pushing through until I get to the other side. Next one, rejection is made up. I'll explain this. Rejection. So I'll give you a story. So I remember I noticed this, just so vividly, which is I knocked on a door one day and the person came up just yelling and screaming. This is the worst product ever. You need to go find a different job. Your company sucks. And just reamed me out. And I was carrying that baggage to the next door, right? Because that's what it is. You take on all this baggage. I go to the next door and I go, hey man, my name is Daniel. I've kind of been talking and the energy was lower. Hey, my name is Daniel. I was just talking to your neighbors. I'm probably going to guess you're not interested, but we have, we've updated. Oh, are you guys X company? Yeah, I am. Thinking they're going to kick me off the property. Oh no, we honestly, man, we were looking to switch. So you found us at a perfect time. Can you show us what prices you have? And then they end up signing up. And I remember that so vividly because it showed to me rejection is just made up. Just because everyone's kind of living in their own bubble. But what happens is when you get rejected, if you don't know what you're doing, you carry that to the next conversation, you carry that to the next individual. And so I had to learn that just because someone's angry, just because someone didn't like me, that doesn't mean the next person's not going to like me. But if you carry that with you and if you buy into that, because if you think about it, let's say I knocked on that person's door, the first door, reaming me out, go get a new job, your company sucks, what's wrong with you, don't ever come here ever again. And I was like, you know what, my day's over. You know what, I don't want to do this job anymore. You know what, maybe he or she was right. You know what, maybe this whole neighborhood sucks. And I could have just thrown the towel that day. But if I didn't knock that next door, I would have never experienced that. And so to me, rejection is made up. And sometimes you got to just realize it's just part of the game and to not take it so seriously. And it's almost like changing the way you view rejection. It's just oh, I got rejected, but it's not really a rejection. Just someone just saying no. For me, my whole thing was in door-to-door sales was go get 10 no's to go get one yes. So for example, I've got 4 no's. I'm just yes, thank you. Okay, so we'll get 6 more. And it was I was catching the no's to get to the yes. And so for me, it's rejection is just made up. It's how you label it. Okay, let's go to number 5. Number 5 is this. Emotional intelligence is the real skill that I learned. I think most people don't know how to control their emotions properly. And because it's not that I've numbed myself from all emotions on the emotional scale of people who are extremely happy and extremely sad and angry, depressed and, not lethargic, but just, yes, what do you want? Versus, get off my property, stay away from me, to, oh my God, were you listening to our conversations last night at the dinner table? We were thinking about calling you. You get so many different emotions at the door. And so for me, I've had to be emotionally intelligent. I've had to learn how to, and this is even me, even running my coaching business, which is highs and lows. I don't have super highs. I don't have super lows. For example, we have a great month. It's not oh my God, yeah. And I hit the bottom of, we have the worst month ever. Oh, my life sucks. I don't think I should do this anymore. It's emotional intelligence is, for me, it's there's just highs, low. Oh, we had a record month. Awesome. Let's do it again. Versus, oh, I don't know what happened, man, but this is a horrible month. It is what it is. It's you're on a straight line and there's highs and lows, but you're not on this super high, super low. It's toxic doing that. And so it's knowing how to control those emotions. In business, yes, when you're married or you have your first child, it's not oh yeah, great, let's do another one. It's no, obviously that's where you can to have tears of joy or be happy, or if someone dies, sadness, yes. But it's realizing in the game of business and commission and sales, you don't have these super highs or super lows, because that is what an amateur does. A pro is sharp, smooth. They're smooth. They just voomp. It is what it is. Next, how do we pivot? How do we fix this? And so I apply the same mentality in my coaching business. The next one, 6, confidence comes from knowledge. So I have my bookshelf in the back. I've taken, I don't know how many different courses, gone to many different conferences. I'm an avid learner. And I think the reason for that is my confidence comes from my knowledge bank. So to me, I'm constantly trying to grow my knowledge bank. And in result of that, my confidence will grow. And so to me, you increase knowledge, you increase confidence. So when I was in my door-to-door sales job, I'm going to read more books than everyone else. I'm going to take more sales courses than everyone else. I'm going to get more mentorship than everyone else. I'm going to spend more time with winners than everybody else. And because of that, my confidence is going to grow. I'm going to handle this objection of I'm not interested. I'm going to handle the objection of I don't, this is not the right time. The objection of I don't have any money. The objection of, or I'm going to rewire my mindset when I get negative and pessimistic. And so to me, it's I'm going to have more knowledge on my product than everybody else. So for example, I sold telecom door to door, internet, TV, and home phone. I'm going to know that inside and out. I'm going to know every single competitor than everyone else. I'm going to just know more than everybody else. And if I don't know, I'm going to go and search. And that needs to be the mentality. And so for you, if you don't have confidence in what you're doing, you need to go learn more. What books can you read? What courses can you take? What videos can you see? What individuals can you go reach out to? And as you expand that knowledge bank, naturally the confidence will increase. And so I was able to have quicker conversations with people. Finally, number 7, find a tribe, meaning that surround yourself with winners. So for me, my tribe was people who are on the same journey as me, and so they hold me accountable. And this is even like releasing people that are toxic or releasing people that are not supportive. And so for me, I surrounded myself, and even to this day, with winners who are on the same path as me. So for example, in my door-to-door job, I would rather spend time with people who are also knocking doors with me. Why? Because they get the routine, they get the schedule, they get up, go into the gym, show up to the office on time, be well fed, get well rest, learning constantly, get home late. They're growing on the weekend, right? Versus other people in my life that didn't live that schedule, that didn't understand my routine. It's like being an athlete and then spending time with people that are not stay in athletic shape. It's like, well, they're going to have pizza. They're going to go out. They're going to go out and drink and eat like crap and not work out. But when you're an athlete, your job is to spend time with the athletes that push you for greatness. And so it's the same thing with building a coaching business, spending time with other coaches who are on the same journey as you, with other winners. Whatever the case is, it's your tribe will be your vibe. Your environment will shape you. The environment takes on priority over everything else. You put a pessimistic person in front of a group of optimistic people, naturally the optimism will win, and vice versa. You take a happy, optimistic person, you put them into a group of negative people, naturally the environment will win over time. And so my point to you is this, is the 7th lesson is grow your tribe. And so those are the 7 lessons. 7 lessons I learned after knocking 350,000 doors. I apply all these methods in my coaching business. Hope these are helpful. If it was helpful, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share some love down below, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. Peace.